My name is Steve Jobs. I am the founder of Apple, the world's first trillion-dollar company. How I scaled a business. I never believed that scaling a business was about growth alone. Growth without meaning is just noise. Scaling to me meant making something great again and again without losing its soul. Many companies grow and become average. Very few grow and become legendary. Let me tell you how I scaled Apple, not just in size, but in impact. 1, I started with a clear vision, not a business plan. Most people think businesses scale because of spreadsheets, forecasts, and strategies. Those things matter, but they are not where it starts. It starts with vision. When we built Apple, I wasn't obsessed with market size. I was obsessed with a simple idea. Technology should feel human. If you don't know what you stand for, growth will destroy you. Vision acts like gravity. As you scale, it keeps everything aligned. Scaling a business without a clear vision is like building a skyscraper without a blueprint. It may rise fast, but it will eventually collapse. 2, I learned that focus is the real growth strategy. When people hear scale, they think more products, more markets, more features. I believe the opposite. When I returned to Apple in 1997, the company was nearly dead. Too many products, too many ideas, no focus. So the first thing I did to scale Apple was to cut it down. We reduced Apple to just a few products. That decision saved the company. Scaling is not about doing more. Scaling is about doing fewer things better than anyone else on the planet. Focus creates clarity. Clarity creates excellence. Excellence creates demand. 3, I put product excellence before everything else. Many companies try to scale by optimizing sales, marketing, or cost cutting. Those things help, but they don't create greatness. I believe scaling starts with the product. If your product is truly great, marketing becomes storytelling, not persuasion. Sales become education, not pressure. Customers become evangelists. At Apple, we asked one question again and again: is this insanely great? If the answer was no, we didn't ship it, no matter how much money we could make in the short term. You can't scale mediocrity forever. Eventually, the market catches up. 4, I obsessed over the entire experience. Most businesses think in parts: product here, marketing there, support somewhere else. I believed customers experience everything as one thing. That's why Apple controlled hardware, software services, retail experience, packaging. Scaling is easier when you control the experience. When you rely too much on others, quality breaks as you grow. By owning the ecosystem, Apple could scale without losing consistency. Every interaction reinforced trust, and trust is the currency of scale. 5, I built systems that could grow without me. One of the biggest mistakes founders make is becoming the system. That doesn't scale. I learned this the hard way, especially after being fired from Apple. When I came back, I focused on building processes, principles, and culture that could outlive me. Scaling means clear decision-making rules, shared values, non-negotiable standards. People should know what good looks like without asking you. If a company only works when the founder is present, it's not scalable, it's fragile. 6, I created a culture of high standards. Culture is what people do when no one is watching. At Apple, we had a culture of excellence, accountability, craftsmanship. I pushed people hard, not because I enjoyed pressure, but because I believed average work is a form of disrespect to customers. As you scale, culture either strengthens you or destroys you. You don't get to choose whether culture exists. You only choose whether it's intentional. Great culture scales behavior. Bad culture scales problems. 7, I didn't chase customers, I led them. Many businesses scale by chasing trends and copying competitors. I refused to do that. Customers don't always know what's possible. If we had asked people what phone they wanted, they would have asked for a better keyboard. Instead, we showed them something they couldn't imagine. And once they saw it, they couldn't live without it. Scaling comes faster when you define the future instead of reacting to it. Leaders lead. Followers compete on price. 8, I use storytelling to scale. Meaning as Apple grew, we didn't just sell products, we told stories. Think different wasn't a slogan, it was a belief system. People don't connect with features, they connect with meaning. When customers believe in what you believe, scale becomes emotional, not transactional. That emotional connection allowed Apple to charge premium prices, retain loyal customers, expand into new categories effortlessly. Stories scale faster than specifications. 9, I thought long-term even when it hurt. Scale in a business requires patience. Many times we made decisions that hurt short-term profits, but protected long-term value. Limiting product lines, rejecting licensing deals, controlling distribution tightly. Wall Street didn't always like it. That was fine. If you optimize for quarterly numbers, you sacrifice the future. If you optimize for the future, the numbers eventually follow. Great businesses scale because they play long games. 10, I accepted failure as part of growth. I failed publicly. Being fired from Apple was devastating, but failure stripped away fear. It taught me that losing everything doesn't mean losing yourself. When you stop fearing failure, you take bold bets, and bold bets are required to scale anything meaningful. Failure isn't a stop sign, it's data. The only real failure is refusing to learn. 11, I hired people smarter than me. Scaling requires talent, not control. I didn't hire people to tell them what to do. I hired them so they could tell me what to do. Great people scale decisions. Poor people create bottlenecks. As a company grows, the founder must move from doing to deciding, and eventually to designing the system that decides. 12, I protected simplicity as we grew. Growth creates complexity. Complexity kills speed. At Apple, we fought complexity relentlessly. Simple product lines, simple messaging, simple user experience. Simplicity is hard. It requires saying no to ideas, features, and even revenue. But simplicity scales. Complexity breaks. 13, scaling was never about money. People think Apple became massive because we wanted to be rich. That's not true. Money is a result, not a purpose. The moment money becomes the purpose, creativity dies. What drove Apple was the desire to leave a dent in the universe, to build tools that empowered human creativity. Ironically, that mindset created one of the most valuable companies in history. Subscribe for more business and marketing videos.